What's up? Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. We're back. Everybody's back. We are back live on this beautiful Friday. Late morning. It's like 11:30, so I'm a little late. But it's okay. We don't mind. We want to make some music, so now no time is greater than the present to make some awesome tunes. So, hope you're having a beautiful day out there. It is a beautiful day here. No rain today, so I got to enjoy a nice run that was just sunny and nice weather. It was great. Took a little different route too, so that was cool. Anyways, we have a new song we're working on today. We started this song yesterday, kind of out of the blue, and we are back with it. I haven't done anything to it. It's exactly the same way we left it when we stopped yesterday. So we're going to open it back up, play it, and get back to work. So like if you're a person that's like following along and seeing how it works, well, there you go. Now you get to see it. Good day, sir, from Blake. What's up, Blake? Good day to you, my friend. Hope you're having a beautiful day and you enjoying your day. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. And yeah, being a part. We're just getting started here. Yeah, like I said, this is something we started yesterday. I did a lot of like talking about my process as I went through it all. So we will probably continue that sort of mindset. I'll try to explain things along the way. I'm sorry if I can't. It happens. But the idea is still all the same. Like we want to I want you as a listener or as somebody who's like studying to sort of see my thought process behind my moves I make within my arrangements and my productions. Yesterday, we were very much about the sketching conceptual stage. When you're starting from nothing, being very experimental, taking risks, taking chances, putting things together, how chords kind of deviate from the bass line, but we still sort of meld them together in our own way. So a lot of good things like that happening where we are trying to, I'm trying to guide you through my process of creating my songs. Because to be completely honest here, if you can understand what I'm doing or kind of figure out what I'm doing, you really do have a solid idea of how to create music, especially like this genre. And these things are translatable to other genres. So maybe you don't make melodic progressive house or you're not interested. These things that I'm doing are still applicable even if you make other types of genres, hip hop, trance, rock, any other genre, you can still use these kind of methods. Just use them in your own way, Like you probably won't use a 4 on the floor beat, Some things obviously won't go, but the ideas and the fundamentals behind it are going to be there, like your mixing decisions, automating things, bringing the volume lower, compression. All these things are very standard, industry standard practices of creating and putting stuff into the music. So we are still following that. Anyways, yeah. So I really like this song too. This might be on competition with my favorite song. See, they all become my favorites. You see, like every time I make a song, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. But this one it does feel like my favorite. I'm really enjoying this one. But it's okay. Either way it goes, we are loving what's happening here. We're not questioning it. We're just enjoying it, and we're going to create it and let it be because that's the beauty of making music, right? Arnis says, hi, friend, back in again. What's up, my friend? Arnis, I hope you're having a beautiful day as well. Thank you for tuning in to the stream. I really appreciate you and hope you're having a good one. Yeah. Yeah, so I will get into this production here. We will start creating some more. This is mostly an arrangement day. So we're going to arrange this out a little bit. As you can see, I had a little starter arrangement going on. But we haven't quite finished the arrangement yet or anything. This is kind of like the basic beginning arrangement. You can see no automations, no real like takeaways from like the melodies. We're just kind of just diving into the waters of arrangement, Blake says, that's how I feel with every new video I make. Most recent's always my favorite as well. I see. So I'm not alone in that sentiment. Yeah, that's it, exactly. That's how I always feel with my music. I remember when I was doing my one track a week, and I remember like every week I'd be like, "Oh, this is my favorite. This one's my favorite. This is by far." Then the next week come like a new one, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is the best one. This was way better than the last one." So I don't know. I'm obviously I'm biased. I don't really ever really know, but I think as long as it's good music and it's getting put out there, I think we are successful. Also, a little bit of stream updates. You can see I have my little social pop up there at the bottom of the screen. That just links out to all my social medias. As you can guess, the handles are the same at Z8phyR, Z8phyR. Follow me on all the other social medias if you want to keep track. I'm not really active on them right now, but I will be soon. So as soon as I start updating and getting active on there again, you can be part of the communities that I have on each of those platforms. It's really fun. It's always cool interacting with the different people on their unique platforms. I'm not really active on LinkedIn though. I have an account, but Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Those are kind of like my ones that I'm kind of focusing on. But we'll be everywhere because it's honestly fun to find fans in any stretch of the social media. So, anyways, if you're enjoying this stream, do me a favor, guys. Subscribe to the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Support what I've got going on so I can continue to bring you more music. It helps me out so much, and I really appreciate it. So you're awesome. Thank you in advance. And yeah, I'll stop talking so much here. Just kind of doing my little morning updates. I like to start off stream a little bit, chatting about what's my thoughts are before I get into the productions, and then we'll hop into the production side of things, because then I start getting kind of lost in the sauce of what I'm doing here, and if I have things going on. Some updates though, I will be updating the videos with what my studio setup is. I do get a lot of questions, or I've noticed, about like what monitors am I using, and what interface have I used. I've been asked that a couple of times, so I'm going to make sure I update that with the video descriptions when I start to stream. So it'll be in the stream description, and that way you can buy the pieces you need to complete your setup, or like you're like, hey, I know he uses that keyboard, I'll use that keyboard. So we'll do that soon. And yeah, tomorrow there will not be a stream, tomorrow or Sunday. We are not going to stream on the weekend. I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up on a couple of things offline here. So I might. It's a small chance I might stream tomorrow, but definitely not going to stream Sunday. And in any event, we will make sure we will start it back up Monday. To get the stream going. Riley Gibson, try to catch every stream, but it's always when I'm at work. Oh, I'm so sorry, Riley. I'm super sorry, my friend. I need to have better times, but I don't know. This is comfy for me right now. It gives me a chance to kind of get my day started and stuff. But we may experiment with some different time slots. I've been really thinking about doing an evening stream too. So just because like sometimes I like to work on things in the evening, like after I had a like break. So I'm thinking about it. I'll see what I can do. And I'm sorry about that, Riley. But at worst case though, at least the YouTube saves them. So if you want to like peruse and browse through and kind of skip through some of the past ones to see if like it's worth like, what is he making? Is it any good? Okay. If it's good, I'll see what he did. If it's not, then you haven't missed anything. But it's okay. I'm happy you're here when you're here, and it's okay if you're not. I apologize for streaming during your work session, but I hope work is going great for you, Riley, and thank you for hanging out. Okay. Got a nice warm cup here of bean juice, aka coffee, and a couple of mandarins. So that's our snack to get us started here, to rejuvenate the brain. And I already ate breakfast though, so honestly, I'm just kind of just snacking if I do anything. But what's on the list for today? I'll tell you what. If we finish this, if we finish this today, then we won't stream tomorrow. If we don't finish this, then I'll probably come back tomorrow to finish this, and then that'll be it. But I think we'll be able to get a lot of this done in my stream slot. So we will start working on that. I'm really excited to kind of get some of these elements out isolated and bring them in. Just showing my support, bro. Thank you, Riley. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I am very grateful, and I am appreciative of the support. I really am. I'm not really good at like saying it, I guess, but I do appreciate it. Appreciate any and every person that supports whatever's going on here, because you start from nothing. Everybody knows how that is. Oh, if you've done anything kind of in any endeavor, you start from very little to nothing to getting somewhere where people do support what you're doing and things like that. And so it's nice. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Everybody that supports me, that donates, subscribes, it's awesome. I really appreciate you. All right, so let's jam this bad boy out. Let's see what we got going on here, and then make some music. Okay, I know I might actually, let me see. Okay, I like that already. Like, I already know I want this to be kind of like the intro thingy. So we are going to intro this kind of like this. And then I am going to copy the side chain. This little bit at the top, that's my side chain. So like when it's deleted, there's no side chain. When it's there is side chain. And side chain is, if you're not savvy with side chain, that's just where it ducks the music with the kick. So the kick's a little bit more clearer. And yes, there's always arguments about overusing versus not using it and yada yada, but just do whatever you feel is nice, don't stress. Okay. So I am gonna like copy some of these patterns over here and start the intro portion. One of these pads don't even exist, I don't think. Okay, I'm lying. They all exist. I guess I'm thinking of something else. But what I'll do here is probably just kind of like erase a couple and see how it works. Okay, I literally just lost. Oh, I see. I scrolled that. That was crazy. I was like, I lost everything. What just happened? Nah, it's all good. Jumping around so much. It needs to be on freeze, or I think it's called freeze. It's like a setting. It shouldn't be jumping around like that because it confuses me. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, browser it is. And it just put like frozen. There we go. So it shouldn't. It should be frozen. Not sure what I did there. Let's just do this. I think, yeah. If it's on like snap something, it ain't gonna move. Alright, anyways. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna low pass our pad in. Oops. So we find our pad in the mixer. We already gave a low filter to it. We're gonna right click here and select simple low pass. Turn this X knob all the way up and create an automation clip. Fast, dirty, fast way to create a quick low pass filter for your instruments. Low passing, high passing, those two are going to be very, very like useful in your your repertoire, your toolbox, knowing how to low pass, knowing how to high pass. And band passing's good too, if you're aware of that. It's just kind of like the middle of the both, best of both worlds sort of thing. But I love to low pass things in, and low pass is when it comes from that low, and then it sort of brings it in. That's low passing. So we will low pass the pads in first, and then I might high pass the arps down. So like the arps are coming from the high end. So it's kind of like this like up and low, and it just sort of meets in the middle. They were the thing. How Rod's Movie Clip says, hey, what's up? What's going on, How Rod's? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for the kind comment earlier on my last video. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, and welcome to the stream, my friend. So same thing with the ARPs. We're gonna the ARPs link to a mixer. So we find the mixer, open up a love filter on it, right click the presets, go to filter, and go to simple high pass. And then I'm gonna turn this all the way down, since it's kind of the reverse of what you do. Though sometimes what I do is I just kind of reverse this little section here. I reverse this so that way it does it like, so I could just keep turning it from up to down, but I don't care. It's not a big deal. Anyways, we turn it down, which means it's all the way off or on, you know. And then what it does is it slowly turns on. So nope. I just said it's backwards. So anyways, we start from it all the way up, and then it goes all the way down. That's what we were supposed to do. I was ahead of myself. But anyways. And there you go. Like you see, like it's already kind of starting. This is progressive house. Like this is melodic progressive house. This is what we focus on when we have the sounds and stuff. You're gonna want to bring them in a characteristic way that sort of, you know, like eases the listener to everything that's happening. And a really wise producer once told me, he said, don't like blow all your fireworks at once. You know, he was like, your music's good, man, but it's like you have everything going off at once. So like try to ease them into it with different, you know. So I remember that. And this was years and years ago, like when I used to like send my stuff to people to critique. Now I don't really do it that much anymore. It's kind of rare. I do just for like, just because, but like I just don't, it's not like a big deal. I don't need it. I don't really care for it to be critiqued unless I'm like, it's something specific. Like I don't want to like just, oh, just listen to my tune, and you know, I feel like it's showing off whenever people do that. I don't know, like I don't really ever see much genuine interest in like critiquing your work as much as people are just trying to like secretly show off their skill or something. And I don't know, maybe you're not, maybe you really are like honestly looking for it. It doesn't feel genuine, you know? So anyways, that's why I don't do it really, because it just doesn't feel like a genuine thing to do. Unless like you're really specific, then it makes a lot more sense. But if you're like, just critique my track, tell me how to make it better. Like, I don't know, you know, like nobody really can tell you how to make anything better without you kind of knowing what you're doing to begin with. You know, did you know what you were doing, or did you just kind of make it up as you went along and you have no idea? So, you know, maybe understanding a couple of things that you're doing that you liked and just learning how to recreate those will be the best way to improve your music, you know? Okay, so I also want to, what I think I might do here is, instead of like the bass line coming in like this, like where it's just straight, we're just gonna do like it's like an intro bass, you know what I mean? So like it's just the first bar of the 4. We're gonna just kind of bring it in like that. And then maybe it comes in here. So maybe this is where it comes in. We'll call this the verse. Maybe. Like these are all arbitrary for now. We don't have to keep these. By no means. And then same thing with these pad. I do want this like new pad to come in too, which, let me play it. Let me hear it real quick. Oh yeah. Okay, I like that. Now that could probably just come in straight. I don't think it needs to be automated. Also there is, I can't believe, oh yeah, there's my ARPs. I think what we'll do is kind of bring this ARP in too. It's just like a simple little sounding one, so it's not like a big deal. This isn't taking up a lot of space, but I do want the intro to be like super playful and get you ready for whatever's about to happen. We know we're gonna probably take away the drums and the everything at the last bar before it hits, so we'll even remove the side chain too. And this means it's a 30-second, basically a 30-second intro, and then it launches into the music. So I mean, so far so good, right? Okay, I like this a lot already. This is good. I'm gonna actually probably do the same thing with the second pad, which is, you guessed it, low pass that sucker in, turn the modulation knob of X all the way up and create automation clip. And then we're gonna just make sure it's seated underneath the second pad, so that way I do this for visual purposes, so I can keep track. You know, I'll even middle click here and rename it like pad 1 low pass. You know, and then you right click, hit C. Oops. Right click, hit C, and it'll automatically name it. And then same thing here. Right click this, pad 2 dash low pass, and then right click C, and it'll name it as that too. This is just, for me, it just keeps continuity, so that way I'm not getting like lost with the automations. You know, we know this was a high pass, ARP1 high pass, so renamed it as such. And there you go. Like it, and honestly, the more you sort of organize your stuff as you go, the better it's going to be as you get later on into the your production session. You start putting automation clips left and right, you're going to be like, okay, what does that one do? Like, I have no idea what that one goes to. And you're going to have to go on this investigative journey. And what it does is it slowly sort of takes away from you, you staying creative with the process. So like trying to name, and trust me, I'm trying to practice what I preach here, because like when you're like fast producing and you're just going for it, you might not even like name a lot of these, you know, like a lot of these might not even be named. So like don't feel bad if you're not. Just know like you'll kind of get a little bit more efficient with producing if you start naming things and doing things like that. Like you can see the tops here. I have like a start, a verse, you know, and then a little every 4, 8, 12, so every 16 bars I have a marker, because that's basically when I signify a change in the track. So there's 16 bars of an intro, 16 bars of like intro part 2, 16 bars of a verse, 16 bars of something else, 16 bars of another verse, 16 bars of a chorus, or maybe like an outro, like a part 1 outro, and then bridge, which has 16, 32, 48. We'll say 48 for now. It could be longer or it could be shorter. It could be just 32 or it could be just 16, you know. Doesn't mean we're going to keep it. It's just, it just keeps you from like getting too lost in the sauce, so to speak. So okay, anyways, yes. And then what I want to do here is actually, since it's just coming in all like cool and stuff, what I'm gonna do, and this is just completely like on a whim. I just thought about this and I want to do it. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to have the delay, like it's super echoed when it comes in, since it's kind of like the first introduction of it. And then I'll turn it off as we get more elements going. So I basically hooked this ARP2 to a delay plugin. I turned the delay on it, but I turned the input all the way down to 0. So this is what, like, this little input knob, and I can't make this bigger, sorry. So hopefully you can kind of see it enough. This is the input, where the volume of the input. Anyways, that's all the way turned off, and then I can turn it on and kind of control it at different sections. So we're gonna do like a 50% here, something like that, and then just go from there. Like, obviously, we're gonna switch it up as we go, but that's the whole idea. And then we may even do some more like fun stuff with the arps in here, where we turn it up a little bit more like this and turn it down. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. You know, like, these ideas hit you. As soon as you have an idea, you can just run into it and try it. And the same thing, we can rename this delay volume. And then I'll just say ARP2. And you see, because the names these automations give you are very generic names. It'd be like input volume, like what input, what input volume. So you have, if you name them as you are working, you will be able to like, oh, okay, that's, you know, you can easily adjust and make these adjustments. I don't even know if that did anything. Oh, wait. Am I on the right one? Oh, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. We're just gonna turn this up, put it on ping pong. I think 3 delay is fine. Yeah. So it's really like fluttering around in there, you know. But we're not gonna keep it all the way going like with that high delay action. We're gonna turn it down when other things happen. Jose, what's up, my friend? Fantastic, your work. Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And thank you. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for tuning into the stream. Thank you for showing your support for what I'm doing. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great one, my friend. And you are staying positive, staying awesome. Sending nothing but good vibes your way. Much love. Bass is a little heavy, like strong. There's a couple of things we can do though. We don't have to redo anything, you know. One of the things I like to do with bass is there's two real solid options I think when it comes to bass. One of them is high passing it, since basically high pass works from where it kind of clips. It starts on the high end and sort of brings the low end in, instead of low passing where it already starts low and brings the higher registers in. So you probably want to high pass it. Or what I typically do is I just volume automate it. So I just make it start off real low, and then I just turn it up, you know, turn it up slowly. And then it usually does good. And you'll hear this technique a lot. I just like it. That's really my only excuse, you know. Maybe it's a lazy man's way of doing things. I don't know, but I like it. So anyways, and you know, you can see though, it says dry level. Like, dry level for what, you know? And you have multiple of these going. You're going to have like 6 automations that say dry level or input. And you're like, I don't know which one is which, you know? So keeping directly underneath your, keeping it directly underneath your pattern is a great thing, and then keeping it and then naming it as you go is also really smart as well. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I know I want this little end of this little thing to come in, and then this is going to take like an 8-bar break here. We may bring the claps in on the second half of this. Otherwise, we're going to chop this up a little bit, so just like some bits and pieces of it are playing. And then I think, we'll erase this one for now. And then we'll just, for that, but like these are just arbitrary decisions. Like we will definitely probably add those back in at some point. Okay, I'm gonna do this to the chords, and then the chords I already know I'm gonna have to low pass into the track. I can use low pass directly from the plugin itself, so from Silence, or we can do it from the mixer. Either way is honestly fine, like whatever you want. Sometimes I don't like to do it because I have to mess with this knob, and I have to, like remember, like, oh, it's at 2.7, but it's okay. Like we'll use that for now. The way you do this is to make sure you always have it grabbed. So like whenever you adjust a knob in FL Studio, this little multi-link to controllers knob, it actually recognizes whatever it is. So in the very light gray up here, it'll tell you the last thing that you tweaked, and you got to make sure it does match. So filter cutoff, chords 1, we know that it's filter control cutoff. So that's what it is. Filter control cutoff, filter control cutoff. We know we grab that knob, and then you create an automation clip from it that way. You'll have to do that a lot with third-party automating. So chord 1, filter cutoff. Right click C to name it, and look at that. Now we have a, oops, I don't know why I did that. Now we have a nice way to low pass this thing in. So I'm going to right click the introductory dot here, node. Right click and hit C, or you just right click and hit copy value. And then I'm going to paste this value kind of randomly around my my track here. So right click V, right click to create a note, right click again, V, like we're just, oh, I delete that one because I made it again. Right click a node, right click again, hit V. And what this does is it's just like, so if I bring it up here or I'm doing some crazy stuff, these nodes are there what the original setting was. So I can always like right click this and copy this, right click this and paste it and bring it back to the way it sounded. There's a couple of ways you can do this too. Like for example, we could copy this amount, double click on this and make the minimax of it set up. But it's honestly not, you don't have to, you don't really have to do that. So anyways, I'm going to start this chords from a very low standpoint here. It's going to rise up slowly, blah, blah, blah. And then what we may do is it rises up here, then it goes up a little higher. And then as it hits the verse, it goes back down. So, and like, this is all like what we imagine. We're going to have to mix it and make it fit. So that's close enough, like we're just arranging, and we will slowly get back to the more perfecting it as we go. But we do know that this intro is sort of what we want here. This melody part unique. I really like it goes. And I want to do make it unique and turn off the sidechain on it, so that way the sidechain's not interfering with the sound. And I think what I'll do is maybe take off this second portion. Something like this. We made it unique before we started doing destructive edits to it. Okay, and maybe something like this. All right. Okay, still too long, so we'll take this off. I kind of misclicked there, but we we know we want to kind of go down for this second portion of it. And I don't know, that might be good right there. Let's just give it a try. So like this is where it's like giving me space for me to think of other little like melodic accents I can add in between each little like bit of it. And I already have some stuff I could use, so like I'll probably just I'll try this out first, and if it doesn't work, then then we will just use something else. And I mean, honestly, I like this more sporadic feeling of the melody more than like the continuation of it. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to use it. It just means like, since this is like a verse, where we're just kind of like just sort of doing my verse section, like when everything's kind of playing and going, and then you have like the drop where it's just like the person. Imagine like hearing a vocalist, like when the singer starts doing her lyrics, like things quiet down and sort of support what the lyrics are saying and doing. You hear it a lot in like hip hop music too, where like a rapper will he'll say like a punchline, like something to do with like glass breaking, and then you'll actually hear somebody like the producer picks up on this, and he actually puts the sound effect of glass breaking where he said the punchline, and it makes the punchline hit harder. And that concept, that concept of like doing something and then putting some effect or melodic change just because that happened, I think that's a very, very smart thing to do. Like it adds more flavor and character to the production process, to the music itself, so the listener can really like oh wow, like it kind of gives you a good feeling, and like they did it on purpose. It's all orchestrated, obviously, but like the producer didn't know he was gonna throw a glass effect in there until the lyricist comes in and says that punchline, which triggered him to go, oh, maybe I could put this little sound effect in here, and boom. Or sometimes like I recorded people before, and they'll go, yeah, I want to have like a train sound right here because I say there's a train coming through, like they'll say something and they want to know, like they don't know how to put it in producer terms, but they can tell you what they want. Same concept here though. So like this is like, and I've said this before, I love the like call and response style of making melodies. And what I mean by that is like one melodic element calls, it like ask a question, it puts itself out there, and then there's another a melodic element that responds. So it's like a call and response. And I've read about this too, because I didn't know what it was called. I just knew I liked doing that. And it's called something like that. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's close enough. Like you'll get the gist. A call and response style of creating melodies. And if you listen to a lot of my music, you will recognize that like pattern. Like I always call with like a melodic whatever motive, and then I'll respond. And that's what this is right here. So like this top portion, that's the call or the question. That's sending out the question. And then this little part, that's the response. So it's like two people are having a conversation, but with melody. It's two different voices, but they're both talking about the same thing. So it's like me and you are having a conversation about our favorite lunch, type of lunch. You know, you like pizza, I like sandwiches. You know, we're both talking about food, but just different voices, you see. So that's what I'm doing with these like melodic little pieces right here. And I'll make a long little form melody, like this melody right here. So I'll make that, and it's like, you know, it's like a, you know, like a ditty, you know. And then when we're doing like other sections, I'll take that ditty and like these whole little 4 pattern sections right here, they are all stemmed from this beginning melody. That's why it's really, really powerful to have some kind of like concept or sketch on like a piano or something first. And I think we have like, yeah, here's the piano portion where I made it first. Like the piano, that's how it all started. The entirety of this song started from that. And that's also what I mean. Like you don't need to know a lot. Like if you can make something like this, and this is only 1, 2, 3, 3 notes. 3, 4 notes. Literally, it's only 3 notes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 notes. 4 notes. All right. 4 notes, and we created a melody using just 4 notes. Like we didn't use a complicated scale. We didn't like know it was in what minor key or what major key it was in. We didn't know anything about that. We just made this simple melody, and then we built the song from the melody. So that's why, for me, that's why this is melodic progressive house, you know, because you're basically building the song behind the melody. And I'm sure a lot of songs do this. This is not like some unique, you know, like, we've discovered the secret sauce. It's just like when I recognize this, building a song around a melody, and then I combine it with progressive house style, that's what this happens. That's what happens here, because I love making cute little melodies. I always experiment around. You know, I'm always playing my piano, making like silly little, you know. But I'm not like some expert pianist. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I may never be. You know, and that's okay. It's not like I have to be an expert pianist for this to work. I know how to make a melody by whistling a melody, humming a melody. You know, you wash the dishes and you might hum a tune. You're cutting, you know, you're doing something, and you're doing your work, and you'll hum a tune while you work. That's the whole basis behind this. I'm just humming tunes, doing things, and then I come to the studio though, and I figure out a way to make those tunes into something. And that's how I work. And hopefully, what you can take away from this though is like, if I can make a simple melody, I can just build my entire song around this melodic content right here. Like this melodic information is what will, you know, propel this tune to completion. So I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm always doing. I'm doing that a lot, like a lot. 90% of the time, that's what I'm doing. I don't really explain it. I don't know if it's obvious or not. I don't know how to gauge people's knowledge of what's going on versus not. I think there's a type of people, there's certain people that can follow this, and certain people that are just along for the ride. They don't know anything that's going on. They're just listening. And that's, for one, that's cool. You know, it's cool that you would even tune into like some foreign looking program of somebody twisting dials and knobs, you know. But there's other people I think that really want to make stuff like this. It's just very intimidating. It's very intimidating, you know, like you're like, oh, I've got to uh figure out how to do all this. Like, I don't know what all this stuff means right here. I don't know what any of that stuff means, you know. It's just, you know, like, what can you do? Oh no. We've been tagged by the spam monster. Oops. All right, I turned them off. See, I turned it back on. There we go. All right. Yep, sorry. Spam monster. He always comes and visits every now and then, you know. Maybe I've been too quiet, talking too much, right? And it's telling me I need to get to work. Anyways, though, I hope that little like spiel made sense. We're just taking melodic pieces and putting them in different parts of it to make our you know, our song. So let's get back to it. And with this, I'm going to like make these little variations and edits to it because I already know that I want this to happen. And I know I want it to like go up and then kind of make its own like piece to it. So with this, I don't know how to explain how to learn this. This just becomes more intuitive as you do this over and over. It is very much a practiced thing as you do this over repeatedly, which is why it's a great idea just to make songs, even if they're bad. You'll learn these little like methods of making your music. Anyways. And this will come in a little bit later. And then what I'll do here is also add this piece to it. Okay, so let's listen to this verse part all the way through. And let's see. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was messing with the hotkey thing, trying to set up a hotkey so that way I could sort of mute and unmute as I'm doing stuff. You know, sometimes the sound leaks from the speakers into the microphone. I don't know if it really affects, like, you guys can really hear it, but I don't know. It's just the perfectionist in me, you know. So, anyways, yeah, I think this verse part sounds really good, especially how it kind of ends. It has like I said, the call, response, call, response, call, response, and then like a second portion of it kind of comes in, and this is all over a minute. So like this happens over the course of a minute, and we've already got 2 minutes of our track produced. And honestly, I'm gonna be super honest with you. Once you've got the first 2.5 minutes of your track done, the whole thing is done. You can just repeat it or do some like extra. You can just be silly, whatever. Like you can definitely have a good time with the production. I need this album now. So good. Oh, thank you, Blake. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna get this out. I promise. I promise. As long as I'm alive and I'm done. But even so, we'll get this out, my friend. Okay. So I pretty much got the idea here. At this point, it's just basically just busy work, like putting things where they need to go, taking away things, putting things in. We are going to probably take away the pads and bring them in more slowly. The third pad 3 option here. Yes, so we will bring these in a bit slowly as well. Yep. And what I'll do here is I'll probably high pass. Probably high pass. Yeah, we'll just go with that for now. I can always switch it up. Doop doo doo. And doop. Oh wait. Take this down, roll this up like this, middle click, and then pad 3 high pass. Right click C to name it, and there's something else. Yeah, this is chords 1. I want to say, yeah, this is high pass, so it's the high pass filter. Boom. And it's pretty common as well for me to low pass things. This is filter cutoff, so it's not quite low passing. It's a low pass filter, but we're not exactly doing it like more. It's more of a like a characteristic low pass. The high pass, what it does is kind of like it kind of lowers the volume a little bit and kind of pushes it back as it gets louder and higher. And it's just kind of like a mixing trick, to be honest. It's nothing really like special or anything to it. And what I did though for that if you go to the chords, what I did for that is love filter, and then as the filter turns up, you can see as you turn this knob up, this little line here, it says volume. It's the editor, the envelope editor for volume goes down. So as I turn it up, the volume of the mixer goes down. And that's a very, very powerful tactic for you kind of keeping things in line volume-wise. A lot of times when you open filters on your plugins and presets, they get ridiculously loud. And there's there's a couple ways to handle it. Most people will just probably throw it in a compressor, and that's fine. Compressing, nothing wrong with that. Or what I did was basically like a manual compressor. I manually compressed it, where basically as it turns up, as the more sounds coming out, I'm turning it down a little bit, so that way it sort of maintains the same level of sound intensity. And that's just what, it's just a way to skin the cat. You know what I mean? It's not anything special. So, anyways, we are definitely moving quite along here. Let's see. So this thing's gonna high pass up, and then it'll high pass down, back into the thing, and then it should be good. Everything else is looking pretty good. And then we don't know if this piano is gonna make it in yet, but I'll keep it there. I don't see why not for now. And then if I don't like it, maybe I'll actually put it in the bridge. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll put it in the bridge, and then we'll turn it down or off or something out here. So maybe I'll go in the bridge. This like melodic portion too, I'm probably gonna put it like into the bridge as well. And then maybe we will do something like make it happen around here. But I'll make that decision as we get to it. For now, I do like this like verse melody thingy, so we'll keep working with it. You know what I mean? We'll keep working with it. All right. Second. Yeah, I think what I'll do is save that little piece for. I might throw it in the intro a little bit, but it'll definitely be like a bridge thing. Or maybe I'll just have it by itself. Like no extra melodic content. Decisions, right? Let's see. Let's take this away. Let's put our little verse piece back in here again. So I don't know. I'll leave that there for now. I kind of do like this like A and B thing going on here. It's like A is this part of it, where it's just these little, and then it's gone, and it's just this little like piece, these little three melodic pieces right here playing. I like that a lot. So I'm going to keep that for now. And then I do know for sure that this is going to kind of keep going into the bridge here. And then as it goes into the bridge, we will first, I always do this first just to experiment. I may not keep it, but I do like doing this where I make it like long sustained version of the bass, And my hands down, my go-to for making this is Harmless. There's almost not even a question. I don't really like using anything else. Control L, Control G to connect all your MIDI notes together right there. And then now we have a nice little sub bass patch. And then you could turn it down to 12 cents. Turn up the sub harmonics here. Like, little things. And I give it a little bit of unison because I like the more chorusy sort of feel of the bass. Let's give this a listen. So it's just a little bit too, the filter's too open. Give it a little bit of attack, lower the release down a little bit. Just a little bit of attack, like 30 ms, 30 milliseconds. So it's not as clippy, like, you can hear the click almost of it switching, so. That's pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect, and we can just always make adjustments as we go. We just kind of want something simple. So right-click that, name that as a clip, and then we can drag this out here a couple of maybe like 16 bars or so, Same thing. It's going to be on its own on its own mixer track. So I'll merge the stereo just a little bit, not too much. Don't over merge this right here, especially if you're using like a little bit of unison where you're phasing it a little bit. Let the phasing happen. Phasing is actually okay. It's not always bad. So we're gonna let it happen a little bit here. Go to your gain, Fruity Send. Now I use Send. It's just literally as a way to control volume. You can literally do the same thing here. You can do the same thing here. There's so many different ways to control the volume. You don't have to use a Send plugin. The reason I use a Send plugin is because it's just another step where only the volume's affected and nothing else, and it's really light. It's a really light plugin to grab. You can see it's literally only 3 knobs and a target mixer display right here. That's it. So it's really, really easy just to automate the dry portion of this and turn it up or down as needed. You know what I mean? So bass 2, and we'll call it volume as well. VOL, volume. Right click, hit C, and now we have a nice volume control for our secondary bridge bass that's coming in here. And then you can also trim off the pieces that you're not using if you want to. That's just kind of optional, but it does make it look a little prettier, right? And hopefully, when somebody grabs this project file, they'll be like, oh, look, it's all nice and neat, and I don't gotta guess what was this that he did. Nothing is worse, I'm telling you, than going through another producer's project and not knowing what the heck's going on, what they automated, what they did not automate, it's just sometimes it's a little confusing. But I try to make things a little bit less confusing. It's the whole reason why I like to stream too, because I want to clear up any confusion about what I do to produce. And I a lot of other artists have asked me how I do things too, and I said I can't I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. It's not easy. So hopefully by just explaining my process in entirety, you'll get to understand what I'm doing a little bit more. What I did here was I did a little side chain. This is a little side chain trick where you sort of you take the side chain and you slowly fade it out to 0, and that's where a side chain starts slowly not affecting the music, and it makes the transition between something being side chain to something not being side chain less jarring. it's not as jarring where like the listener gets jolted out of whatever's happening. And it's just like I said, a trick. It's just a trick. Nothing special about it, but I do that to make things a little easier, and it's sort of my style. I don't like things to be super sudden. Sometimes I do, don't get me wrong, but typically I don't like things to be like super sudden with the changes. I want the changes to be um um I want the changes to be eased into. So you're easing into the changes as so the listener can continue to enjoy it. And it eases me into it, and hopefully it does the same for you. So that's why I like things like the lowering the side chain slowly, bringing these filters in slowly. All these things are for like easing the listener around the track and helping them go with the flow of whatever you got going on. So like as the chords go out, the high pass turns on, the low pass filter turns down, and then it goes into nothing. So right when it ends, and then the bridge can happen. You know what I mean? So um, we are doing the best we can to kind of give the listeners a good ride. You know what I mean? Tarcisio says, "Hi, Z8phyR." What's going on, Tarcisio? How you doing, my friend? How are you, my prog colonizer? I guess I'm good, man. I guess I'm good. I'm doing the best I can do. We're making music. I'm trying to explain my process as I'm creating this for future me, maybe future people. Like if I come want to see how I did this 10 years later, I can see what I was talking about and say, okay, I was full of it or not, you know. HK Jai says, "Hey bro, what's going on, my friend? Happy to see you." Same thing. We're just making some music. Trying to talk about the process here a little bit. And hopefully we're getting something done, right? We're getting some good music done. And yeah, just explaining it. HK says, "Soon I'll be facing some not so easy changes. That moving from Athens to London. Wow. You are making a move. Wow. I wish you the best move. I hope everything goes well. It's seamless. I understand long moves are difficult, so I hope you ease into whatever you got going on, and it's all well for you. And I hope it's for a betterment, you know, like you did it for a good reason. So yeah, good luck with that, and man, wishing you nothing but the best vibes, fun travels, safe travels, everything goes well for you. I've been away for a day or two, and you're already creating another song. I know, man. I can't help it. What can I say? I'm just a creative dude. I just love to create, you know. Yeah, but anyways, we're just working on this tune right here, and it's almost arranged. We can be getting some good work done on it. I kind of stopped here to talk about why I do certain things, and hopefully it helps the listener or the producer, future producer, helps them produce their tracks. I really hope so. If not, at least it'll help me out in a few years. It'll help me, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll keep that little like bit in the thingy. We're able to install. I tried to install Ableton, but both cannot be installed on your Chrome. Ah. So basically, I think basically, Chrome, the operating system of Chrome is kind of like a phone operating system. So the only thing you'd be able to probably use would be FL Studio Mobile from the Google Play Store. You'll have to use that if you want to use it. Now, funnily enough, I've got some live streams of me making music on FL Studio Mobile. There are other music creating apps out there as well. Hang on. I can show you here. Okay. So, create and save complete multi-track projects on your mobile phone, tablet, or laptop. Android, Chrome OS, iOS, Mac OS, or Windows. So, you're going to want to get this on Google Play, but it costs money. That's the thing. It costs like $15 or something. I don't remember how much. I got it. Okay, yeah, it's $15. I got it like a lot cheaper than that. It came out when they came out with it. It wasn't that much. It was only like $5 or something. It was cheap. But anyways, this is what you need if you want to create music on your Chrome book. Okay, I'm gonna paste this in the chat. Boom. So that's what you need to use. I'm pretty sure this is the Google Play version. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that's okay though. I honestly though, I have tracks where I've created tracks from scratch on FL Studio Mobile. So you're not completely out of luck there. It's just a little different. It's not the same. But it's definitely possible if you're trying to do it, you know what I mean? And yeah, you have to pay for that, so I can understand if you don't want to do that just quite yet. There might be some free ones out there that you can use, like a music creating app. But yeah, that one you have to buy it. I mean, as far as I know, there could be alternative means of obtaining it, but I don't know. I'd give it to you if I could. I don't know how to do that, but I have it on my tablet, and I do make music on there from time to time. It is true. Z8phyR also creates music by tablet. Yes, I definitely have. I've created quite a few songs on there, so maybe I'll do some more too. It's been a while. I was trying to figure out how to actually go live on the tablet, but couldn't quite figure it out. I kind of did, but I don't know. I didn't really do it. It's kind of hard. Like it'll only stream just whatever's on your tablet, but you can't really like webcam it, and I don't think you can even use the mic for it. Like, there's a lot of like kind of restrictions. But I don't know. It don't matter. I do have some videos though, HKJ, like me just making stuff from scratch on there. I just recorded my screen and just started making stuff, and I posted it on there. I might have a playlist, but if not, I think it's a good idea to create one. Write that down. It's a good idea to create one, a playlist of the mobile songs that I made and stuff. So that way, like, if you do end up ever getting the program, you would have like some references to go from. You know what I mean? Okay, I actually do. Okay, I do on my website. I do have mobile projects. So that's that, and pretty sure they're free. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pretty sure they're free. I might be wrong, but Z8phyR.com. Go to the mobile, and yeah, see, like So Beautiful, Somewhere Out There, Love Is. All these are all mobile projects that I've used to make stuff with. So yeah, you know, like maybe you'll have a little, you'll find a little use for these. Z8phyR.com/mobile. Because like I understand some people that's what you got. You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to create, and I don't want that to be a barrier to you creating. Okay, I'll post that in the chat. Um, Creating your music. You know, like maybe you do want to use it, and then you can do that. So um, yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, I knew. Oh, okay. If you already knew, okay, cool. Well, then I guess it's just for anybody else who did it. No, okay. Let me do this. FL Studio mobile playlist. How was your week? Oh, my week was wonderful. It was wonderful. Being able to create music and stream it is a enriching experience. I really enjoy it, and I'm happy to be able to do it. Um, so everything's kind of looking good though too. Um, we're not really slowing down, you know. We're just creating. Maybe I use some shakers. Maybe we'll try the shakers. This week, how many songs did you create? Uh, Two, maybe two. I think it's two. Two, possibly three. I think it's two though. I think we did two. Um, which isn't bad, honestly. I don't really keep super hard track, but yeah, being able to create two is awesome. I'm going to try to do something here. Just switching the recording, switching start input only. Yo. Tests. Test. It's not working. I think I have to change my thingy here, and it'll mute me for a second. Wait, no, it'll mute the music. It'll mute the audio coming to you guys, but it won't mute. Shouldn't mute anything there. Okay. Test. Okay. Whoa. We don't want to do that. Audio settings. Maybe we got to go here. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, I can hear myself. I can hear myself now, so we did it. Somehow though it's not coming in as oh, there it is. Okay. It should be a stereo sound, so I can record. This is the second or the third? This, I believe, is the second, Tarcisio. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure this is the second track. Yeah. Yeah, what are we on 4? Yeah, this is the second track. So, and we're about done with it. Oh, I was gonna record some Edison real quick. Some shakers. You won't be able to hear it right now, but I'm just recording something. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Hear that? A little shaky right there. Quality always matters. Yes, quality does matter. If anything, though, at least we're putting something out. But I always like to put out something good if I can. You're a machine. I wish. Music's just something I love to do. So, you know, if you love to do it, it's really fun and enjoyable to make something new every time, you know. So anyways, this is a little, we're going to noise removal this. Boom. Click the little toothbrush, acquire noise profile. You click it again, you can see like it acquired some stuff. And then we're going to select this whole thing and remove the noise out of it. Boom, accept. It should have removed the noise. Okay, this first little bit was actually really good right here. Okay, I think that's good. And then we're going to drag this into our project and see what we've created. It might fit, it might not, but it's not a big deal, but we're just trying to have a little fun, you know what I mean? Have a little fun. It's Friday. We're allowed to have a little fun on Friday. Okay. So it looks like I was a little bit off on my trim. Maybe. We'll do this for now. We'll see. Do a 100 millisecond. After recording a shaker, how do you EQ it? We're just doing it now. Yeah, if it needs it, you do it. Maybe you might increase the high ends on a little bit of it. This probably could, to be honest, I could have like compressed it a little bit to make it all a little bit more uniform. But I don't know. I kind of like the dynamic difference in it, so we might compress it. But honestly, you just give it a little bit of, just a little bit of love, you know, a little bit of trims of the lows. Make sure there's no low end rumble coming out, which it shouldn't have been because we clean up the noise, but sometimes it comes through. So, you know, happy Friday, bros. Yes, happy Friday, my friends. Happy Friday indeed. Or do not need. Yeah, if you don't need it, don't do it. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Think of it like that. If you don't need to EQ it, don't worry about EQing it. If you do, then EQ it. Now, what I'm trying to do now is add a little bit of blur to it, which kind of gives it more of like a stereo presence. I don't know if I like it, though, to be honest with you. It might be too much. So I'm seeing what I think. And maybe what I can do is, where did it go? What I can do is drag it underneath it and use a, you know, like its own version. But I don't know. I'm not really sure I like the this blurred fashion. I think I do like it a little bit crunchier, you know. Maybe not. It does sound pretty good. portion. Yeah, this is what this is right here. This is it. That's that. That's it right there. And then I duplicated it and used a blurred version. So we just kind of duplicated it and we made 2 versions of it to kind of put it on both sides of the stereo field. There's my both sides of the stereo field. And that way it's kind of like on the outside a little bit, so it doesn't interfere too much with the instrumentation that's already going on. I like it too. So, you know, I said we were going to use these. I don't know if you remember, anybody's there. I said I was going to use this thing. I got this on my trip back here. I was on the train and we stopped in New Mexico, I believe, for a little bit. And I grabbed this. And then I also grabbed this. You can hear it. I grabbed these 2 things, and I was like, yeah, I could probably use these in my recordings, you know. So I don't know about how I'm gonna use this yet, but I was thinking maybe I'll use it in like a breakdown portion and like record the little, you know, and then sort of like add a little bit of like effects to it, like maybe a little bit of like a flange or a chorus, something like a phase effect, and put it in the background and kind of echo it around. So it's kind of like it part of the bridge. But I used to use a lot of stuff, you know, like natural instrument stuff. And anyways, I saw this. It was really cheap. They were like $2 or $3. I don't even know. It was super cheap. And I used to have like a little simple one that my friend gave me, but I lost it. I want to say I gave it to like a kid and he took it and kept it, you know. I do that a lot. I give people stuff and I just let them have it, you know. But I lost it, so I was like, I need to get another one, you know, just in case. And so, you know, we got this one. And the cool thing about like recording your own like instruments and stuff is you could do it so many different ways, you know what I mean? Like you don't just have to do it this way. You could like cover it up. You could you know, you could like swirl it, you know, you could do a lot of things to it, like slow turning it. Giving it that slow turn and then using that and speeding it up. And then once you have that raw data, you can just do so much to it. So we'll experiment more with putting more instruments inside of it. This is actually kind of an experiment right here because I wasn't sure I could record an actual instrument while being live on stream that's capturing my microphone, but it looks like it did it just fine. So that was cool. Only thing is there's no way I'd be able to, like, you couldn't hear me recording it while I'm while the music's playing or something, you know what I mean? And even then, I wouldn't record it without putting on headphones. I'd put the headphones on first and then record it if it was like very important or something, you know. But that worked, so it's cool. It's not that rare for you to record instruments, put them in your songs. Yeah, it really isn't. I just haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I usually try to do it at least every 4 or 5 songs. HKJ, I shake my head every time I listen to your music. So, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're getting some good work done on this one. I'm really enjoying it. I love this. Look at this. We got our own instruments in here. Like, this is awesome. is just throwing in some rides, some Vengeance sample pack. Just throwing in a couple rides here. Nothing spectacular. I just made that up. Spectacular, special and spectacular together. Nothing special going on here though. We are gonna throw a bunch of verbiness to it. Why? Because I like it. That's the best excuse for everything. Turn the wet up, turn the dry down, turn the decay up a little bit, and maybe we might increase the size of the room here. This is all to taste. More decay. Okay, good. And then we will trim some of the low end off here. Boom, boom. We will increase the pitch here. Yeah, there we go. Increase the pitch a little bit. Turn the decay up a little bit. Turn the dampening up. The dampening is what kind of gives it more like frequency allowance. All right, yeah, that's looking good. Okay. I mean, close enough. Like, we can always switch it up as we go. But anyways, I like the big thing here is I want some like, you know, like as the beat's playing or whatever, somebody just putting a little, you know, maybe like a triangle guy holding a triangle and it's like ding, you know, like, you know, this is the things that go on in my head. So I try to like put it out there in the way so that way it can get into the track. Does it work all the time? No, I'll be honest with you, but it doesn't mean we can't try. Bye, Tarcisio. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. It's always happy to have you. Enjoy your company. Appreciate it. Thanks for chatting. And yeah, we're about finishing up here. Like I said, it's kind of just little things here. I did want to add these like little like effects in, so kind of wanted to do that. I still want to add more, to be completely honest with you. Just not quite happy yet. Okay. We got a nice little arrangement done. We did some cool stuff today too. Um, wow. Honestly, it's been a joy. It's been a joy making this one. Just everything about this one has just been really fun to create. Putting in like making a melody to doing all that. Like we've got some good work done. I'll have to give it a few little bit of love taps, love mixes here. But at least the majority of it's arranged. You see the arrangement process basically from start to finish. There won't be much more different that I'll be doing when I work on this a little bit off stream. This is basically most of it. It's like 90% of it, The rest of it's going to be just mixing decisions, doing some EQing, some all that, which, I mean, it deserves its time as well, but I don't feel like doing it right now. I don't want to do it right now. It's okay. I think this is good enough, though, for us to stop and come back with a new tune to create. I'm on the fence about tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. I gotta do some stuff this weekend. I've gotta like go buy some stuff, like some shower stuff, Name of the track, Joy. Joy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I don't have anything. I don't think I've named any track that before. I kind of like 2-word names. So like joy, I don't know, like musical joy or, but I think joy's pretty cool too. Yeah, you know what? I like that, Blake. I like that. I'm going to name it that. So thank you. Thank you, Blake, for the name. Yeah, we're going to name it Joy. How about that? I like it. All right. Boom. It's done. We've named it. Thank you, Blake, for naming the track. Appreciate that. I mean, it's awesome because a lot of these tracks are not named. I haven't even named a lot of these yet, so I have to come up with names for them. I'm busy actually working on the album art right now, and that's probably why I'm going to take tomorrow off, because I really want to get some work done on the album art and the giveaway promo material. I want to get that done. So and since this song's about done, if I do stream tomorrow, I'd probably have to just start a new track. I don't have to, but I probably will. That's probably what I'm saying. So I'll tell you what, we'll be back Monday. We'll just come back Monday. We'll just put it out there in the universe. Monday we'll be back again to make some music. That way you guys have a wonderful weekend. I can do my thing, come back refreshed and ready to make something awesome happen. So much love to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love to you, Blake. Thank you for hanging out, my friend. It's always a pleasure to have you. Cool. No worries if you change it. Nope, not changing it. It's done. It's set in stone. Too late. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. Everybody, I want to send you all so much love, optimism, and positivity throughout your day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Whatever is going on, I hope it is a wonderful time for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's stream. I really appreciate it. Shout out to you, Blake. Thank you for naming it. HK Jai, thank you for hanging out. Tarcisio, thank you for hanging out. All my regulars, I really appreciate you guys. You are awesome to hang out with. Riley, Arnes, Jose, appreciate you guys. Much love. I will catch you all again Monday. All right? See you Monday. Monday for me. So it might be like Tuesday or something for you. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful rest of your day and your week. A wonderful weekend. We'll be back Monday with some great news and some great music. That's right. Great everything. I really appreciate it. Much love, everybody. Bye. Take care, HKJ. Take care, Blake. Much love, guys. See you later. Oh, HK good luck on your move, my friend. I hope it's wonderful for you and everything goes great. Have a safe, wonderful, happy move, and hope you get settled into your new place and enjoy yourself. And hopefully I can catch you tuning in from there, from London, if it's the times are right and stuff. If not, it's okay, man. Just know I'm supporting you, sending you nothing but good vibes, and appreciate you. See you later.